All right, we are standing inside the convention center here in Broward County for 2024 FLIBS. I've got Chris Becker. He is the naval architect that made this boat possible from concept to creation here at Contender Boats, the all-new 29 bay. Chris?
Thanks, Jamie. So this is our 29 bay. This boat is 29 feet long. It is 9.5 feet wide. We have a max power rating on this boat of 700 horsepower. This boat's got twin 300 Yamahas. We have 185 gallons of fuel, which should give us a range over 400 miles. This boat is going to be a rocket ship with a 15.5 degree stepped hull, 15.5 degree dead rise stepped hull. We've got tons of features in this boat. We've got tons of seating. This boat has 3 live wells. It's got a freshwater system. It has a step-down console with a head and a holding tank. We've got room for big screens on the dash. We've got a forward casting deck. We've got a rear casting deck. We have incredible bilge access, insulated fish boxes throughout the boat. And we just really jam-packed this thing full of features to accommodate fishing, diving, going to the sandbar, island hopping, anything you can name of, this boat will do it.
What do you feel like is kind of, you know, the main strength, or what you would say is like, you know, your favorite aspect of this new 29 bay?
I think the amount of features we were able to fit into this boat without compromising. You know, a lot of bay boats that are smaller than this, you can either have big casting decks, or you can have a cockpit that you can actually use. Or in the front you can have fishing space or seating space. But when you get into the larger bay boat market, you can fit it all in there and not be cramped. You know, this is the bigger leaning post that we will be offering in this boat, but you can get an aluminum frame leaning post in this boat as well that would open up this cockpit.
Sure,
and you could
really just depends on what your preferences are.
That's right.
So obviously we've got a nice bait well built into the actual tackle center and leaning posts here.
Yep.
What's the approximate size on that well?
It's a little over 50 gallons.
A little over 50 gallons.
Yeah.
Perfect. Beautiful. Also like the custom touches that Contender is always known for, coordinating the color schemes, painted wells on the inside. We've got some wells back here in the back, guys, as well.
Yeah, those are 25 gallons each.
Nice. So I notice, I don't know if this just be in preparation for the boat show or if it's just a new feature, no gas shock or anything. Is that a feature of the hinge system here?
Yeah, this has got a Gemlux friction hinge on it, so
nice.
you can leave it propped up, especially after a day of fishing and you watch the boat. You want to be able to air those out.
The reason I asked is I really didn't know. I love that feature just because I see gas shocks getting beat up, bent, broken all the time.
Well, so especially when you're talking about a live well, you don't want to be dealing with the cast net and the bracket off the gas shock. So you get this thing, you know, pushed all the way out of the way. The lid stays where you want it, and you can dump your bait in there and use your dip net and not have to worry about it.
Not surprised. Gemlux is a partner of ours as well,
Absolutely.
And they're always putting innovative products out there.
Yeah.
So we've got solid deck here. This opens up to seating as well.
So that's a flip-up jump seat.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. And then underneath that is our bilge access. And we try to get this as big as possible because, you know, boats nowadays are just getting jam-packed with systems, and having clean access to everything is really
I mean, the
important to
workspace
us.
in there is completely unobstructed. And I got to say, again, when I stare down at this, I don't think the word bay boat does not come to my mind as far as how much bilge access that you have in there. That's a mechanic's dream right there.
And one of the features you can't readily see, but tucked just up underneath the deck right there is a Best Marine pump box feeding these 3 wells.
Yes, very nice. Are those Gemlux fittings on those on the Best?
Yes, they are. Yep.
Best Marine box as well.
So the 29 also features a brand new console. This one's got twin Garmins on an acrylic flush mount dash.
I love the flush mount dash.
It's incredible.
Beautiful.
And
Absolutely
what we're showing here on the screens is our new for 2025 Garmin digital switching system. So as you can see, there are no actual physical switches or buttons on the dash, and everything is controlled through the screens themselves. And there's tons of redundancy into the system. There are physical switches inside the console. There's settings on the units themselves to control certain things if necessary, but the robustness and the reliability of Garmin has really been successful for us, and we just love the new system. It's just so clean. This console's a little lower than our offshore consoles to kind of give the profile of the boat the look we're going for on the base series. It does still have a step-down head, and it's got a helm pod to it to kind of bring the wheel and the throttles back to you a little bit. Cup holders everywhere.
Do you offer like a crawl-through second station for this boat?
Yeah, this will have that option. This will have enclosure options and windshield options. But yeah, we will offer. We'll offer that in a soft top and a hard top.
Okay. For
this boat. So this boat comes with a step-down console with a head and a holding tank. And inside here is all access to your rigging, your engine batteries, your house batteries, and up forward, your trolling motor battery is also accessible through this area. And it's a really nice, clean space for the head and for some dry storage and just to be able to work on all your systems. We're very happy with how it came out.
All right, so we've shown you the back half of the boat, but before we slide forward, we got a couple of features we want to show you outside the boat. So I heard you talking about this when you guys released the boat here at the opening of the show, the SeaKeeper Ride tab system, which I've seen and heard a little bit about, but it's fascinating to me. So this is standard on the boat?
This is standard on the boat.
And how does it work?
So this is a vessel attitude control system is what SeaKeeper calls it, and it measures the movement of the boat when the boat's moving, and it responds instantaneously in something like 100 times a second, and it'll deploy these actuators up or down and basically control the pitch of the boat when you're running and the roll of the boat when you're running, and just flatten out what is already an incredible ride and just make it that much better.
So it's making those determinations on its own.
It has
those adjustments.
It has motion sensors built into the equipment that's installed in the console.
Now, does the operator also have the ability to do anything manually with that system?
You do. There's a keypad, so you can run it like a traditional trim tab, but it's so much faster and smarter than any operator is that you almost never need to. But you can press a button to lean the boat over if you want to lean into the wind or...
Hey, and let's be honest, not everybody is a good boat operator.
That's true.
So if you're an average boat operator, this could be your best friend. Mm-hmm. Another great addition to the 29 Bay.
That's right.
So let me just say, as we step further towards the bow, I would normally say my compliments to the architect, but you are the architect and you're standing here. Man, I love the way you've taken these radiuses and as opposed to the hard edges, how sleek it is coming up. The same way we've got kind of that, that wrap around to the front end, bench style of the forward seating of the console. Really, really well done.
Yeah, we put a lot of focus into the flow of the boat.
Yeah,
and
you can see it.
And you don't want anything to be awkward traveling to the front or back. But a big reason we have this kind of swooping walkway here is we built in the backrests to the rear of these forward seats. Mm-hmm. So you can sit facing forward and you actually have the support you look for. You know, you kind of lounge this way and it's kind of a nice...
Yeah.
And otherwise, if you wanted to have more people up here, you could fit, a couple of people side by side and two on the lounge up here.
What do we got under here?
So that's an insulated fish box. I believe it's 85 gallons.
Love the smell of fresh fiberglass.
It is fresh for sure.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, it's big.
That'll handle anything they need for their inshore and or coastal fishing.
Yeah. And up here is this is also insulated. That's a 70 quart cooler, which is a great place to throw drinks or sandwiches or whatever for the day of fishing. And then under these seats is dry storage, personal belongings. People can throw their bags in there or towels or whatever.
No doubt.
And
so this and this hatch are insulated, you said, correct?
Yes, and the two in the back that we kind of walked over literally, but and then so up here on our casting deck, the casting deck is about the same size as the one on on our other bay boat offerings, but it looks more compressed because the boat's so much bigger. But with the extra beam of the boat, I mean, it's a nice area for 2 or maybe 3 guys to fish.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we have a large dry storage compartment that we can open up here. And that's great for dive gear, or you could even throw a barbecue and anything for the sandbar in there.
Absolutely.
Or a couple of tackle bags, you know.
No doubt.
They're a little new, so they're tight.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I didn't bend it the wrong way.
And in front of that is our anchor locker. And this boat does have a Garmin trolling motor on it. We just took it off for the show. There you go. You're ready to
I'd
go.
love to have that much room on the 17 Whaler Encore Light. Man, what a beautiful boat.
Yeah, we're excited with how it came out.
Anything under here? Storage
Under
wise?
there is the trolling motor battery, but it's accessed from the console.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Very nice. Well, hats off to you and the entire Contender team. Obviously, I know you get involved in all the CAD drawings and all the crazy stuff that gets it to eventually production, but it's a total team effort.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
So this is the big brother in a line of 3 bay boats,
yep.
23, 26, 29?
29, yep.
Correct. All on display here at the show?
They're all on display here in Fort Lauderdale. The 23 was also debuted this year at the Miami show, and the 26 is a refresh of our 25 bay, which came out a couple of years ago. So they're all relatively new.
And we actually did a walkthrough on the 23 at the Miami show earlier this year, so if you happen to be in the market for a bay boat in that range, check out the gallery below. Obviously the show is kicking. This is day 1. Because my producer is such a rock star, we got this out for Contender and for you guys during the show. We hope you enjoy it. We'll see you for the next Fish Blue Water adventure.